do... I need to make some room here. Okay, so welcome TikTok, welcome YouTube, Artdoll stuff. Hey, thanks so much for the likes. So today I'm going to be working on the Stellar Sea Lion commission. I'm going to be sort of starting the fabric work. So I've got some pretty cool minky fabric here. It's going to be for the rest of the body, basically. And what are we doing? I forgot to actually bake my Demiguise hands last night, but they're baking now. So yeah, I've got other things to do though. So let's start wrapping this doll in the minky fabric. So this is like a pretty hard, long piled minky fabric, and yeah, I'm going to start by doing the lower half first, and then the neck area is going to be a fake fur. So basically I start off by literally wrapping it. Let's go this way. Wrapping it around this way. I've got a little small workstation here. Thanks for all the likes. Hey Axo Wolf, how are you? Finally made a stream. Alright, so I'm going to do the fins separately as well. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Hey Yumi. Artdoll. Well, the Artdoll drama is every time I use TikTok Live, it has like this AI summary type thing, and everything's a drama. So I guess it was just like a play on words. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to pull this as tight as I can because I don't want any wrinkling. So I'm pinning it together. Thanks for the likes. Been a little year since I watched your content. This is probably the first time in 5 years. Oh, thanks. Well, welcome back. I'm still boring. Yeah, AI is a bit weird. Everything was a drama. Everything's a drama. Glad to see you're still making art dolls. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop making art dolls, but I don't know what's going to happen with this tariff stuff because most of my customers are from the States. So, you know, I don't know it doesn't look good. Let's put it that way. So hopefully it doesn't, I normally send them as gifts anyway, just for people to, you know, avoid all that extra tax that they normally get. I know some states are pretty bad with the taxes already. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'd imagine it would affect my already dwindling sales, but you know. See, doll making drama unfolds. Yeah, gotta love it. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to really loosely pin this together, and then I will trim all this excess off. This is such a big doll, so I can't like get it all in frame. Got my little chameleon friend here though. Yeah, I don't live in the States. Yeah, I don't live in the States either, but you know, people pay the tariff. So, you know, I'm in Australia, so I could only imagine that they'll get slapped with some kind of tariff if they buy stuff from me, unfortunately. So that's not great. Thanks for all the likes, much appreciated. All right, so now I'm going to trim this little excess off here, and then we can sort of fix it up a little bit. got fabric scissors for these ones. What's the white stuff around the body base calls? It's called polyfill. It's just like a cushion stuffing, which I needle felt. Oh, I lost the YouTube. Yeah, which I needle felt it. I've done this one a little bit different though. I've used batting. It's called batting. So it's like a cotton batting that comes in. It's kind of got a little bit of glue on it, I guess. It's rough, and so it comes in like a block, and you can sort of wrap it around. And because this one is quite thick, I thought I'd give that a go, and then needle felt the polyfill on. So that worked really well. Quite happy with that. But yeah, it's all needle felted. So normally you use alpaca fiber to needle felt, but in this case, because I'm not using the fiber itself, I don't really need to use that. It's quite expensive for something that's just going to be covered anyway. I hope your business still stays alive. Yeah, I mean, I don't rely on it, so it's not my main source of income, but it's definitely been not great since COVID, really. It's sort of, been a bit slow. But a lot of people, social media is really awful, and a lot of my content just doesn't get pushed out. Weird to ask, but how old are you? How old do I look? Have a guess. I'm always curious about that. It's double digits. I'm going to make flippers out of this one. Yeah, but I'll keep making art dolls. It's not going to stop me. 25. Wow, that's a compliment. Try 10 years more, 11 years more. Getting up there. Yeah, I know. That's why I asked. I still get carded when I go. Last time I went to an alcohol shop, I got carded, surprisingly, by a teenager. By a teenager. Yeah. No wrinkles, though. Some grey hairs. Can't escape that one. All right, so what does this look like? Good, pretty good. Not too bad. It's okay if there's some wrinkling. Let's just move this up a bit so you guys can see. It's okay if there's wrinkling here because on the reference images, there is wrinkling there. So what am I making? I'm making a Stella's sea lion. So here's a little look at the face. Oh, very light. So this one's a commission, and yeah, just trying to get it out of the way. And yeah, I've also got the demo guys as well that I need to work on, but I've got to bake the hands yesterday, so I am baking them right as we speak. They're baking. So they'll probably bake for about an hour, just on a low temperature, 100 degrees Celsius, because the rest of the world uses Celsius. All right, now I guess we should sew, or I can also might cut out the flippers. So the flippers are a little bit different. Oh, the pastel wolf video. Yeah, that one went semi sort of viral. I do really like that one, pastel wolf. Well, I hope my content's gotten a little bit better since then. Right, what should we do? Should we cut out the flippers? Or I've got some flipper patterns. Okay. So this is the flippers that are going to be for, obviously, this side. I think that's good. The flippers for the back are a little bit different. Whoa. Well, this is going to be good. Let's cut out some flippers. All right, I'll cut out the flippers and then sew this up, I think. So, flipper time. I've got my, I'm going to use this fabric, even though I think it'll be fine if I airbrush this really dark. So what I'm going to do is fold it over on itself so there's just enough for 2 flippers. Okay, I'll go this way. Surely it's gotten better. Yeah, it's definitely changed a lot since then. I don't do fantasy stuff all that much these days. Sometimes I do, but not as much as I used to. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot. I'm working on a chameleon at the moment. Is this a chameleon so far? Oh, I can't get it in the right angle. That's awful. But yeah, you know. All right, so hold it up to the right spot. So basically what I'm doing is folding this minky fabric over on itself so I can cut the 2 pieces out with my pattern that I've used. Is this controversial? I've never seen a labyrinth from someone that makes Artdolls. I've never seen it. Is that controversial? Alright, so really roughly draw the pattern. I know. There's been lots of movies I should watch. Is it? Thank you. Yeah, I've never seen it, surprisingly. Alright, this one's more curved, so I'm just going to curve this and do a notch here. Is that the one with David Bowie in it, isn't it? I know that's very ignorant. Alright. Yeah, okay. No, I've never seen it. I think I've seen Crystal. It's the Crystal one. That's a given, right? I'm just going to cut it here. Crystal. Dark Crystal? Yeah, that's the one. I've seen that one a long time ago. I don't really remember it But yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, you've never seen it. Yeah, it was a long time ago, so. And the Never Ending Story I've seen once when I was a kid, I think. Too traumatizing. No thanks. Definitely not watching that again. Now let's flip this quiet. I'm just going to go like this. Oh, what's the name again? Falco? I mean, it's a cool design, but geez. Not the horse. Not the horse dying. Surprisingly, nobody's ever asked me to make that. Why were our childhood movies traumatizing? So traumatizing. Why? Why would they do that to us? Now look at us. Look at the millennial generation. They're an emotional mess. Too concerned about everybody else. Alright, now cut these. Alright, so we've got two fins here. Da-da-da. And I'm gonna sew these up on the sewing machine just off camera, so I'll do it another day, but I'm just getting them ready. HR puff and stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that. Is that an American thing? We didn't get much in Australia. Let me Google it. Oops. Oh, yeah. That wasn't very popular here. What year is that? 1969. I don't think that was very popular here. Understandably. I know we had Mr. Blobby. Mr. Blobby was around. I don't know if you've heard of Mr. Blobby before, but that's nightmare stuff. That's nightmare stuff. Awful. But the weird thing is I liked it. Round a twist. I didn't mind that. It was kind of quirky. Maybe I was old enough not to be too traumatized. Alright, there's one flipper. Okay, let's do the next one. Oh, don't think I can. Think I can make it out of there? Maybe. Nah. Alright, just fold it over again. Oh yeah, I remember that episode. That was that was weird. 100% weird. I agree. Should watch it again. It's on Netflix. Alright, so it doesn't really matter if I do it what side I do it. It's interchangeable. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but Goosebumps? I don't know if you watch Goosebumps. I don't know what the kids are into these days. Are they into scary stuff? I don't know. That'll do. You never watched it? I think it was on a weird time. Oh, I reckon I completely fold that up. Poor form. The one with the puppets? With, what's his name? John Goodman in it? He was the dad, right? Alf. Oh, I saw Alf was on the other day. I don't know how anyone liked Alf. Okay. Oh, I hope you have enough. Yeah, surely I have enough for the tail flippers. Tail flippers. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Tail flippers are just long. Okay. Yeah, the little pink one. Little pink dinosaur. Yeah. Alpha's weird. Weird time, that one. Remember Fern Gully was a traumatizing little show, that one? Yeah, 100%. That's why we're all emotional wrecks. We've been conditioned to realise how bad people are. Captain Planet. Raggy Dolls. Johnson and Friends was weird. That robot freaked me out with its like rage episodes. Unhinged rage episodes. Banana Splits. I don't think I watched that one. Doesn't ring a bell. Okay, 2 flippers done. Banana Splits. Flippers. Okay, what I'm going to do, what have I got here? Back flippers. I liked what's it called? Bangers and Mash. The BBC one. Bangers and Mash. Bangers and Mash. Alright. So backflippers. Backflippers are quite straight. It's got a little nub for a tail. Isn't that cute? Can I fashion it out of that? Now, they don't need to be as long. And just round it off. I want a marker for this one. Let's do this. Bangers and Mash are two chimps. Classic. All round hilarity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. And Banana Man. I liked Banana Man too. Banana Man was good. So if I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like a tail. Let's roll with that. Just making it up here. And then I'm going to copy this one over to the next. I'm going to pin it before I chop it. Ah. Funny Bones. That was another good one. I like that one. Well, I wonder what's going to happen with TikTok for the States. Not good. What's the new ban? I've never, I haven't read anything about it yet. I saw a comment that he put it on pause again or something. I don't know. Trauma from the 80s and 90s kids show. I'm just cutting in some. Well, this is going to work, but little ridges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, thank you. I think that's kind of a cool back flipper, I reckon. All right, let's do another one. I hope I have enough on this stretch here. Let's see. Yeah. Shit that in. Okay. Another flipper. It's so much easier to do it up on the sewing machine than by hand. Hopefully this colour turns out okay. I couldn't quite find a perfect match of colour for this body, but it needs a bit of airbrushing done, so which is fine. So I picked the lightest base colour that I could, and then I'm going to airbrush the darker colours on because their flippers are quite dark. You don't think you have the patience. Well, it's just what you like, isn't it? Definitely, I didn't at the start. Definitely not. But I suppose it's good practice. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time now, so I sort of know the process pretty well now. I just guess I get impatient with sculpting, making something that I don't really enjoy, which mainly commissions, to be honest. It's not that I don't enjoy it, it's just there's many other things that I want to do. So I've got the Demiguise commission, which I actually, because I've made 2 of them already, I actually don't like making them. But, you know, people want what people want, right? I mean, I can say no, but I also don't want to disappoint people either. Nah, it doesn't feel like work. So I definitely still enjoy doing it, especially doing, I mean, this year I've done a lot of things that are just different than what I normally do. So I've kind of enjoyed the challenge. You know, I didn't really make very many reptiles to begin with, so hence the chameleon. And I just recently did a snake as well. Yeah, I enjoyed sculpting. It's a different set of challenges, so yeah, it's interesting. I've always wanted to make Frank from Donnie Darko, so I'm doing that. This is just for a little personal little project that I've been wanting to do for years, and I've just never done it. This was a real pain in the ass to sculpt, surprisingly. I even doubted it. So this is the second shot at it. The first one I wasn't happy with. I kept trying to persist with it, and I just wasn't happy with it. So I pulled it all apart and started again, basically. So yeah, we got Frank. Yeah, I understand that. There definitely was a stage of that, particularly when I was just doing a lot of commissions, and literally a lot of it was like wolves. So I just stopped sort of advertising I do commissions, you know. So that sort of brought a little bit of joy back. And I actually stopped making a lot of fantasy stuff and focused more on realistic things, which is what I'm more, I guess, passionate about now, maybe not so much when I first started, but yeah, you know. So yeah, really sort of taken a turn to do what I like and not, you know, yeah, it's a bonus to sell, but it's not my sole aim is to sell now rather than make things, even though I've got like a whole lot of my dolls here waiting to find homes, but you know, we'll get there. What's this black from? Yeah, so I just sort of did that basically. All right. Now I'm gonna sew. Oh, such a big doll. I'm gonna sew this up. Now this chunko needs to be up here. Chunky fella. All right, stay there, mate. Sorry, just checking. This dog going nuts. Okay. What was I doing? Cotton. All right, so scissors. I'm going to sew up the body here. I need to pull it a bit tight so it gets rid of most of the wrinkling. This dog is losing their marbles. Right, so I'm going to start off by tying it off. I think I've made this thread too long. Okay, so now we're going to tie this together too. Sculpting Frank, a painful journey. Okay. I love how it picks out like one little highlight of something that I've said. But at least I'm finding the AI summaries entertaining somewhat. So sewing with this minky fabric's going to be a bit easier than sewing with faux fur because I don't have to worry about the pile sticking together. All right, so and because this, oh my god, look, knot already. I haven't even done anything, and there's a knot. The knots are rage-inducing. For anyone who's wondering. Hey, B-Bones, how are you? That's all right. I don't think you missed too much. Just did a bit of prep work for the sea lion. while listening to the neighbour's dog lose its marbles. Oh, I don't know how. I haven't even sewn it, and there's a knot. I don't know what this dog's losing it about. I can hear it's running at the back. Oh, what do I do? Look at it. I don't think I can fix this knot. How does this even... How is it a thing? Why? I reckon I need to shut this dog up. Come and retrieve your dog. I did it! I know, and I don't really like sewing, to be honest. It's not really my my forte. Okay. Alright, doggo. Right, back on track. Alright, so I'm using a ladder stitch to sew this up. And I'm sort of curling the ends over. And I kind of have to do the stitch a bit small, close together, I should say, because it is a shorter pile of fabric. I guess a good way of trying to stop the knots is to just guide it through with your hands, and it's sort of, as saying that, semi stops the knots. So I think for the face, I'm going to use... I haven't decided on the face just yet, whether I use the minky fabric or I use the faux fur. I think the faux fur, so it blends in a bit better to the neck. Because they're slightly different colouring, but they need to be airbrushed. So I think I can fix the colour match when I airbrush it. Hopefully. I don't know if that's wishful thinking. You never know until you try, right? Alright, I think the dog's shut up. A problem for future you to deal with. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of that. I'll deal with that later. I'm still not sure how to go about doing the shoes on the Frank figure. I think I'm going to have to either sculpt it or make it. So, oh my god. Alright, so mini knot. The thread's just too long, and it's starting to sort of curl a little bit, which is annoying. It's causing knots. Oh my god. How does this... How? Wondering if I should just cut a little bit off to make it more manageable. I'll save that for later. Yeah, so I guess I think I'm gonna. I've made shoes before, so I'm wondering if I should make it the way I've done it before or just sculpt it on. And I'm thinking sculpt it on with epoxy sculpt because I can't put the plastic body in the oven. It's fumy, it'll melt, so I can't use clay, but I can use epoxy sculpt, or I could use air dry clay. Do I have air dry clay? So I reckon I'm like 77, that's really specific, 70% done with this sea lion. So I don't think it'll take me too long to finish it, which is great. So this one is going off to China, and it is going with the leopard seal that I make. So the customer that bought the leopard seal wanted the sea lion to go with it. So yeah, I haven't actually sent to China before, so hopefully it gets there okay. He said it can be a bit complicated if you don't do certain things. So I'm gonna let them. They're gonna let me know how to package it and everything before I send it. So that's interesting. Probably going to be less complicated than sending it to the States now, to be honest. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I feel really bad for people that are going to buy something and then get slapped with a tariff because it's come from Australia, and most of my customers are from America, so I normally mark things as a gift. So I don't know if it's going to be just like a blanket tariff, or whether sending gifts might get out of it. I don't know. Sewing knots and dog drama. Well, they're not wrong about the dog drama. Alright. What sort of animal should I make next? I've got the lions, obviously. I've got the action cat series that I want to start. I mean, I've got a fair few things, but I like to have a couple of things on the go. So I'm already planning out the next lot. Capybara. That might be an interesting one. I think I've said this before, but I bought these, normally when I sculpt stags and deers, I use plastic antlers that I get because they're just a lot more durable. So I try to make parts of my dolls more durable as well because they're posable, so I don't want like really fragile bits on it. So I use plastic antlers that I sort of modify a little bit, but it just provides that extra bit of support and it's just not fragile. So they started making ones that are clear, so I wanted to do an ice stag. I'm still sort of trying to work out a design in my head. I haven't fully committed to a design yet, but ice or crystal? I think ice. I got a couple of pairs, so I can do both. You know. I mean, crystal stag sounds alright. What would be better, ice or crystal? Don't know. Crystal sounds a bit more. Oh, geez. Not again. Crystal sounds a bit more exotic than the ice stag, but yeah. If it was ice, I think I'd do like a really light blue over it. Like a blue. I'm just going to take that off. Yeah, probably do like mainly white with a bit of a blue haze over it. Like I could hit it with the airbrush really lightly just to do a blue blue spritz. The dog's going bananas again. I did think I want to start incorporating some UV resin, clear resin into my dolls as well. So I could make some like crystals or icicles, you know, either one. But I did think of doing like a crystal nose out of the resin so it's clear, but I don't know how well that would sort of look. I'm not sure. Might look silly. Otherwise, I'd probably just do like silver or something. I've done a red panda. I did that not that long ago, actually. It had a movable jaw in it, everything. It that sold really quickly. It was really cute. It had the movable jaw. It turned out really good. The Finnick Fox is on my to-do list, definitely. Been wanting to do one for ages. I wanted the ears to be posable, obviously, because they're quite large. So I'd probably incorporate a ball and socket armature into it this time, so you can move it around. Normally I'd do it out of wire, but because they're so big, I think I can incorporate a ball and socket armature in it. A blobfish, yes. I've been toying with the idea of doing deep sea creatures too, although I've never mentioned it, but I've always wanted to make a viperfish. But yeah, I have been toying with that idea for a while. Just wondering, might have to be a sculpture piece, but yeah, I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've liked the viperfish. And obviously when they found the anglerfish not that long ago, that swam up to the surface. I was like, oh, do I go with this trend, or I don't know. On my to-do list. But it'd be really cool to do like the angular and do some LEDs in it. I think that'll look really cool. Or you could do the transparent fish plural. And they have like the lights, iridescent lights. That would be pretty cool. Ambitious. It's an ambitious thought. But this year it looks like we're doing weird stuff, things out of the ordinary, so why not? Put it on the to-do list. The secretary bird's been on the to-do list for so long. But yeah. All these things and not enough time. I just realised I've been recording this. Cool. It's coming along. We're getting there. So this bit's starting to become a bit easier now that I've sort of established this bit here. It's becoming a bit easier and quicker to sew. A telescope fish. That's a weird looking fish. When I saw the pictures of it, I was like, yeah. To-do list. I have this whole notepad with ideas. So basically what I've been doing is I've divided it up into like continents and countries, and then written a list of animals, and just basically I'd do a poll on Patreon, so I'd pick a couple off the list, do a poll, and whatever one wins, I guess. So that's what I've been doing the last 2 years or something. But yeah. So I did that for the leopard seal. The leopard seal had been on that list. I've had it on that list, the poll, for like the last year, but it never won. So I kept putting it back on there because I wanted to do it. But it won. It finally won. Obviously it happens for a reason, because it's pretty cool. It turned out really cool. You own a telescope goldfish? Really? That's pretty cool. Zazu. That's the Lion King, right? Zazu. Again, crafting animal drama. Everything's a drama. Hey, there's no drama here, man. I'm drama free. I just sew stuff and sculpt stuff. I just make little dolls. Is the word drama? Encourage viewership. Looking good. So the seam line's looking pretty good too. Sometimes seams are unavoidable, especially when I'm using fabrics like this. Like the chameleon has a seam. Like you can't avoid that. But with faux fur, you can. This is better kind of drama. Yeah, nah. When you scroll through the lives, it's just like chaos. Chaos and like a lot of begging. And those live matches. It's beautiful. Are you making the lion's body? The sea lion's body. Yeah, so I've still got the lion here. The lion's sort of on the back burner a little bit. The lion's on the back burner a little bit because I've got to work on these 2 commissions because the customers that are waiting, they've paid and waiting. So, yeah, once I finish these 2 commissions, I'm going to sculpt the female lion. I've sculpted the parts for it, so I've done the little jaw bits. Like so, you can't a bit washed out on the thing. But yeah, it's not a movable jaw this time, but it's going to be like a snarling sort of expression, so a bit spicy. The female's going to be a bit spicy. So yeah, so there's a little bit more work that goes into the sculpting on that one, but yeah, I'm trying to do a bit more expressions in my dolls these days rather than just I normally try to make them like friendly, friendly sort of look to it. What are the teeth made out of? All right, so I'll use this for example. So the lion's mouth is mostly black, so I've used black Sculpey for the base. The inside, so I've done a tongue and a little bit of the inside. It's kind of pink, so I mixed up my own pink colour out of the Sculpey and also a different colour for the tongue. The teeth are translucent Sculpey as well, so they work really well for teeth. I didn't go into too much detail for the back teeth because you're just not going to see it. Don't need to do it. So same sort of deal with the male lion. It's slightly open, but I just did these teeth here. I didn't bother with the back teeth because I'm not going to see it. So nice job, thanks. Yeah, but if I make a movable jaw, then I'll make it a bit more with a bit more detail. Oh, I'm running out of room here. All right, so let's see. Might pin that. Yeah, I actually like sculpting the inside of the mouths. I think they're quite. There's a lot of little details in it, so it's quite nice to sculpt. So with this cat series, and I'm thinking the action cats, I wanted to do some dolls that basically self-explanatory. They're doing, like, the cat's in the middle of doing something. So whether it be like yawning's one of the first ones on my list. Yawning, zoomies, licking, who face, as childish as it is. Look, I had a whole idea for that one, litter box and all, but that's just me being silly. Yeah, so I plan to do like 3 at a time, hopefully. But yeah, it gives me more kind of freedom to sculpt things rather than just sculpt a head. I can do more detail, different expressions, stuff like that. So that's my plan. So yeah, once I finish these commissions, and Frank, and the chameleon. The chameleon's a slow burner. All right. Yeah, I've got the 2 lions, and then I want to start the action cats. So yeah, gives you an idea. More cats. More cats. Can never have too many cats. Someone asked if I was going to do medieval dogs. I'm like, maybe. Got to include the dog people, right? feel like medieval dogs isn't as funny. I'll do it though. It's not high on the priority list, but I'll do it. Someone commented on one of my videos yesterday. Someone that had, watched me over the years. They're like, "What happened to your art dolls after on the medieval cats?" They're like, "What happened? They used to do such great work. What happened?" Like, no, these are. I thought this would happen. No, these are medieval cats. They're supposed to look weird. Oh, then they got it. They'll fine about it after that. All right, so I'm gonna move this chunk. It's such a big doll. Like my desk isn't big enough to house this. Yeah, it just depends what type of doll it is, I guess. But yeah, I did the no neck for obvious reasons. The medieval cats are gonna look weird. All right, we're getting there. I'm trying to obviously thin that out. I'm going to leave this a little bit floppy because when I attach the flippers, I need just like some extra room, some extra give. So I'm not going to sew it completely. So I'm just going to sew this bit here. So cutting that extra fabric off, extra thread off really stopped it tangling. So don't have huge threads. Yeah. I'm in two minds about what fabric to use on Frank too. I've got two kinds of fabrics that would work, but I don't know which one. Don't know. Alright, I'm just going to sew this bit here. This little seam line here. Doll drama unleashed again. No. I might. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about doing the fabric on Frank, at least pinning it together, but I think that might be a waste of time because I have to sculpt the shoes. Well, I found out they were Adidas shoes, so. So is TikTok getting banned tonight? Is that it? Or tomorrow? Or it's not? Not here in the States. I think their deadline's up tomorrow. Like that extension deadline. You know, better suppress the voice. Hey, loading on Edge. How are you, Yari? What's this? Get out of here. Yeah. Where am I going to get my info? All right. Just going to tie this off now. Done. This is what we got. It's kind of half done. The chunk. It's a little seam line. Now I think I will add a bit more. It's sewn on. I still have a pin in there. That would be disastrous. That's all of them. Yeah. All right. So now the rest. Yeah, the rest is going to be fur. All right. Just going to build this up just a tad. Not to make it look lumpy. I want the lumpiness. Okay. So big. I think it needs more. well, that's good, I suppose. They're just going to keep doing this. Extending mumbo jumbo. Ugh. All right. Yep. Well, you know who's making that decision, right? Couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Yeah, well, he's trying to be the saviour, isn't he? Okay. Maybe I'll do that after. I've got this fur. Don't know if this is wrong. It's a bit too green for Frank. That's super green. Probably. That's green. It's green. It's meant to be charcoal. I don't even think I can fix this. I wonder who that was. Doesn't ring a bell. I would never. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. It's too green. I can't get away with it. Maybe they'll make one again. It's so green. What's he got on his hands? Oh, it has furry gloves. I could paint that. It'll dye the whole thing. It's too green. I got it to use it on our links, but I can't. green. I mean, I could... Nah. I mean, I could dye it and see what happens. Guess I can just have to try. It might cancel out the green. But I'll try. I'll give it a crack. It's a good fabric. It's not that bad, it's just really green. It could use with being a bit darker. Paintbrush makes it a little bit too thick, and it sort of it dries really not great. And it will take ages too. I'll just try dyeing it and see what happens. I got heaps. I'm not going to make a green lynx, so anyway. Alright, what's the time? 2 o'clock. Okay, well, that is me for today. Tomorrow I might try and do some more work on the demo guys. Yeah, I think that's the plan tomorrow. More demo guys stuff. Anyway, YouTube, catch you later. And